Morning, everyone. All you well-done homesteaders. How are you doing this morning? I wanted to touch base on something that's happening here in Pennsylvania, and I know that it's happened in other states in the West, and that is that here in Pennsylvania, our illustrious governor, I won't even say his name, it doesn't warrant it, you all know who he is, he's a putz. He's just signed a bill saying that the health department needs to hire a undisclosed number of technicians to go to chicken farms as well as homestead folk that have chickens and test their flock for bird flu. There's not a number of technicians that they're looking to hire. It's just an undisclosed number. It's interesting, the verbiage, I've read it. The verbiage is unique of the requirements that these technicians, they have to be over the age of 18. With at least an 8th grade education. And they're going to test for bird flu. They also don't have to be a citizen. That's, like, just those two things are a problem for me. Big time. Because if you're going to medically come in and try to dictate my birds aren't healthy, by golly, you better have some type of schooling, not an 8th grade education. Yeah, so that's fun. I heard that there was, and I didn't corroborate this source, so you might want to check me on this one. And I'm willing to say, hey, you know what? It was just hearsay, but I heard a friend of mine was the one that told me this. I guess there was a chicken farmer out near Pittsburgh. He had about 100,000 birds or so. They showed up to test his birds and said that if he didn't want the testing or the vaccinations for his birds, he could cull his birds and get a settlement. Or they're going to test his birds. If they have bird flu, they will cull his birds, and he won't get a dime. That sounds like coercion to me. Let's just say it. So yeah, and I know that there's a lot of people that say that, you know, chickens are expensive to raise. Ish. Anytime you get a high quality food item, you're going to pay a little more for it. But I got a feeling that the price of a dozen eggs at the store in the next little while here, whether it's a month, 2 months, whatever, is going to surpass what it costs to have chickens. I know that the feed costs something, and not everybody can free range their birds. And even so, you still need to make sure you have feed for them, because free ranging only gets them so much as far as food goes. So I get that. But if you want high quality, high nutrition foods for your family and yourself, you're going to pay a little bit for it. It's just life. That's just how it is. So I'm putting this out there and just saying it's worth considering. And I also have a feeling that they're going to legislate the crap out of whether or not you're going to be able to get birds. And if you do, they're going to be unbelievably expensive. I mean, they're already $6 a peep, which is ridiculous. If you're buying them at, a supply store. I'm just putting it out there, guys. It may be worth getting a rooster. It may be worth getting 4 or 5 hens and creating your own little flock. Because I'm not interested in paying $7 a dozen, which is where they're at now. Really not interested in paying more than that. And just because everybody's like, oh, yay, we have the orange man for president, which, hey, great. It doesn't matter. Our economy was built on a house of cards, and somebody's already given that bottom card a little flick. I'm not going to name any names. No, I'm not going to name any names. And I gotta tell you, last thing, and I promise this will be short. Why has nobody been arrested yet? Why are there no arrests? What's going on? These people are guilty. And yeah, it's both sides. Dems and the GOP. I don't care. Arrest them. Arrest them. There's been egregious fault. There needs to be accountability. I don't care who you are. Haven't seen the Epstein list. Nope, haven't seen that yet. Let's see. Haven't heard anything about Diddy recently, except that his lawyer, he can't keep a lawyer. All we're hearing about is Ukraine. That's it. And Zelensky. And I'm sick of seeing his face on the news and in my Twitter feed. I'm just sick of it. I'm over it. Don't want to deal with that. It's not what we're looking for. Personally, that's not what I'm looking for results. I want to see things being done here in our country to take care of us as citizens. And I'm not seeing it. That's super disappointing. Like, super disappointing. Drain the swamp already. We talked about that last time he was president, that he didn't drain the swamp. And he's still not draining the swamp. All right, I'm all done. We're at 9 minutes. All right, kids, have a good one, and we'll see you next time. Stay prepared.